President Paul Kagame has been in power since the year 2000 and his term in office expires in 2017, but his supporters are pushing for an amendment to the country's constitution to scrap the two-term presidential limit and enable him contest for the country's top job in 2017. Though the idea is being fronted by the ruling Rwanda Patriotic Front (RPF), the country's largest opposition political party, Social Democratic Party (SDP), has joined in the push for scrapping the presidential term limit in what critics claim was a political conspiracy.
If the population needs to keep the same leader, they should be allowed to do so. And that's democracy. We don't believe that the term limit should be fixed by a group of people. It should be fixed by the wish of the population.
And as the debate rages on, Kagame has in previous interviews insisted he was not interested in hanging on, but did not expressly rule out any possibility of being on the 2017 presidential ballot paper.
Manipulating the constitution to suit me to continue in power and so on and so forth. Being in power is not something that I want so badly that I would do anything to be there.
Those opposed to the proposed amendments to the Constitution claim Kagame was feigning disinterest in a third 7-year term in office, with some insisting he was the force behind the limitless presidential term. Others insist Kagame should exit the presidential stage at the loudest cheer after leading the country in the path of healing, reconciliation and development after the 1994 genocide that claimed more than 800,000 lives.
Now, the referendum is going to be about lifting the term limits to allow him to stay, should he, or to allow him to contest the elections, should he decide to run again.
The neighboring Burundi is in a political crisis after the country's president Pierre Nkurunziza insisted on seeking a third term in office. Is the clamor for a constitutional amendment in Rwanda to scrap the presidential term limit a clever way of averting a standoff, similar to what is being witnessed in Burundi in 2017?
What you have in Burundi is a president who wants to stay in power against large numbers of his countrymen and women who are saying, no, we don't want you to stay. In Rwanda, you have a president who says, guys, I'm open to staying or not staying, but I'm not persuaded by the argument of staying.
Rwanda's parliament is expected to debate the petition to amend the constitution, and if it approves it, the country's electorate will have the final say in a referendum exercise. On the 27th of February 2013, when President Paul Kagame was asked in an interview if he was interested in a third term in office, he said he wasn't. And the debate that is raging on in this country is whether to amend Article 101 of the Constitution to scrap the presidential term limit. So far, 3 million signatures have been collected by those pushing for the scrapping of that article to enable Kagame seek another 7-year term in the 2017 general election. Francis Gashuri, Sunday Live, Kigali, Rwanda.